liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis.
4.5 million pounds of hardware and humans taking aim on the International Outpost.
The thing that happens these days, and certainly in my career, has been the pace of change. Things have changed so quickly in the 40 years or so that I've been involved in engineering. It's just amazing.
NASA put the Mars rover on Mars a number of years ago. On the other side, you've got Cochlear, well known for their hearing impaired devices. These are products which are changing the way people look and view the world. If you go back 20 years with the introduction of microprocessors, you're seeing a huge change in the way that people interact with devices today. Devices are increasingly getting faster, smaller, more accessible. They're becoming connected. For us, interacting with these devices, it's just going to enrich our lives. And we need the next generation of electronic engineers to be building these devices for the future. And it's a very exciting future that we're moving towards.
You look at America, and I'm sure Australia, all the role models and heroes are from the entertainment industry, from Hollywood. They play soccer, they play football. Well, you know what? Those are not the things that should be foremost in kids' minds at the beginning of a life and a career. What if you could give kids sports and entertainment that has content? What if at the end of the season they're a little better at thinking, analyzing problems, solving problems, building solutions?
There's not a sports hero on the face of our planet who's going to find a cure for AIDS, okay? There's not a rock star, no matter how much free benefit concerts they do, who are going to be able to find a cure for cancer. Movie stars are not going to figure out how to accommodate for the changes that global warming is going to wreak on our planet. Those problems and the solutions to those problems are going to come from the engineers and scientists of this world. So it's essential that someplace before students get to uni, we tell them that. Dean Kamen, an inventor, decided that he wanted to get involved in that and try to come up with a solution. So he started this organization called FIRST, which stands for Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology. And that's the foundation, if you will, of the FIRST Robotic Competition. It pairs students with mentors, engineers and scientists in industry to show students that these are real people who make an impact on their lives. First, it came about in Australia mostly because it was a prerequisite for my family moving here.
Well, when my parents told me we were moving to Australia, I said, okay, but one condition. We have to start FIRST Robotics Competition team. And so they said, okay, so here we are. Thunder down under.
It's just thunder down under.
Welcome to the 2010 FIRST Robotics Competition, and this year's game, Breakaway. Breakaway is played on a 27 by 54 foot field. Alliances of 3 teams each operate their robots from behind alliance walls at the end of the field. Teams control their robots and attempt to score in their goals. Balls can be scored in goals from anywhere on the field. As robots attempt to score, they must also deal with opposing robots that may be defending their goal.
Soccer with a twist. You have teams of 3 robots competing against each other. The idea is to kick goals to score a single point, like in a regular soccer game. We're going to do what's called divergent thinking, where we're going to get all those ideas. We want you to be crazy and silly.
My idea is called a clapper. It's Literally, like 2 hands.
We're trying to spin it out away from us, so that way if you get enough speed, it should go schwam.
Pinball things to shoot the ball.
The weight pulls down so it counteracts and releases to kick the ball.
But the soccer field is now divided into 3 smaller fields, separated by 2 boundaries with roughly 12-inch high, 1/3 of a meter high barriers. Those barriers are intermittently broken up with a platform that has a tunnel that you can go underneath.
So our robot's called the origami bot. Our robot needs to be able to fit through tunnels, so if the top half of it could fold out, it would fill a couple of criteria.
And with the last 20 seconds, if your robot can climb up a tower that's above these tunnels, you get an additional 2 points.
Hovercraft, so a blade on the bottom, and then like a sock at the bottom, and you know, it just goes up. And then also another one called Frogger, which has got like 4 little retractable feet and it jumps up.
They've got a lot of really good ideas. These kids are incredibly creative, and it's great that we have them on the team. But now we have to take all that creativity and turn it into something that's practical, that's doable, that's achievable for them.
This is a really complex task. Like, it's really tough. There's building the robot, technically difficult. Getting it to work reliably, technically difficult. There's a whole bunch of stuff that could go wrong.
The software team is doing fine. The electrical team is doing fine. The controls are doing fine. The mech team, which is my team, has had 3 crises so far. 3. The wheels we ordered weren't big enough, so I had to go reorder them. We need 2 of those. They're not that expensive. Then there's the whole shipping problem.
Send an email to Andy Mark and say if we can order some. Beg them a lot, just to get more traction. We might need more.
Second crisis. We had to make custom brackets for our wheels because the brackets we got with the kit didn't work with the design we had in mind. We drilled the holes wrong, so we went and re-drilled the holes. Third crisis, our bolts weren't long enough. And once we got the 8-inch bolts and measured them, we realized that they aren't actually 3/8 of an inch thick, they're 9 millimeters thick, which is about 1/2 millimeter less. Not much, but it's a lot when you've got a wheel spinning on it. And by some miracle, the spaces we have that came with the kit fit perfectly, get rid of the space, so it can't shake at all.
Crisis averted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Into a smaller crisis.
Is that too far?
Yeah.
One of the kids has built this entire computer-generated model of the robot. What they were particularly working on is fitting the individual components of the electrical control system.
Okay, I'm gonna open it up, and then you're gonna push the wire in.
In this hole?
Yeah, but you have to do it right. The good news is I know some veteran teams I've been in contact with for the past week or so, and we're actually ahead or right on target with them, which is amazing for a rookie team.
At the moment, our sub-team, we are just working on the guts of the robot, so such as the accelerometer and gyroscope. We've got about 6 days left, so up until Australia Day.
Just when the software blows up.
Yeah, that's it. Software, it's your fault. See how that works?
You are a man, I am a machine. We have a great deal in common.
The software sub-team at the moment is trying to write code to actually get the robot to drive. The software guys are trying to get code that they can actually download onto the test board that we've created and get things to run, all in the effort to get a drivable base in about a week's time.
And it's not working again.
They've got to get the whole thing integrated and working. So that's mechanical and electronics and the software part of that as well. I think we'll make it. I'm an optimist.
On black web.
On board.
On board. On board.
The beep is good.
Yeah, it works.
It's working. All right. We got ourselves a wireless station. We're probably an hour away from being able to put the various parts of our robot together. I'm feeling pretty good about it coming together, but there's a lot of variables and it could fly off the rails at any moment.
Hey, don't move it. Running out of time here. We duct tape one of the brackets together. It'll hold. So far, so good.
It's alright.
It's only held by one screw.
We'll drive slowly, like a learner should.
And it's shaking a little bit, so we put some surgical tubing over the top.
Who's feeling optimistic?
I am.
Who's feeling realistic?
I'm feeling optimistic.
Who's feeling pragmatic or pessimistic?
Ooh, I see lights.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go. Forward, very slowly.
Why don't we feel slightly concerned?
Okay, we've lost the connection.
Oh, great.
What happened?
We've lost the connection. To what?
To what?
Wireless. Somewhere in between
Can you
here.
hit disable from there? Hang on, wait.
Okay, everything's funding.
Alright, let's go.
And wait.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes!
Slowly.
Hey, when you took your first steps, you didn't look so good either.
The robot actually drove. It looked awesome. It was just like, whoom.
Very good.
No. None of that. Try to drive straight. That's good. Yeah, that's good.
It was pretty good, knowing that something that everyone on this team's contributed to is now up and nearly completely functional.
It got disabled somehow.
Yeah, it's all.
All right. Whoa. It's alive! Congratulations!
What I think is really important is not the robot, not the competition, but the process. The dedication you see in these kids is amazing. You wouldn't be able to do it in a non-teamwork environment. And I think it's a result of team atmosphere that you can see them every day turning up.
We have a driving robot, which is really good. We also put videos of that up on YouTube and our website, and right now we're up to over 900 views.
Okay. This isn't Thunder Down Under. So like this one, it looks outdoorsy. It looks Amazon-y. And it's like Thunder Down Under.
We've got a few different sub-projects within the sub-team. One's going to be looking after all the different award submissions that we have to do. The biggest one will be the Rookie All-Star Award, which shows how the team has had a strong partnership with our sponsors and with the community as well. The other things that we've got to go through are deciding the brand and the logo of the team so that we can create our promotional items and different giveaways and things that we're going to have to identify ourselves at the competition.
Well, of course, you got to have a flag and maybe an inflatable kangaroo or something.
One of the challenges is like creating a simplistic image, bringing out the Australian identity, but at the same time making it look really nice so it's eye-catching.
Red and blue. Why? That's horrible. That is horrible.
We're going to create an Australian identity for all our safety products so they'll kind of come to know us.
We're going to have somebody who's our safety captain.
Cheryl.
All in favor? Aye. All right, Cheryl's our safety captain. Well done, Cheryl.
I've already started the safety manual summary, which everyone has to read.
Okay.
I elect a new safety captain.
We're just going to print something to put on all our safety glasses. Hopefully it might help towards the safety award. It says safety first with first in capitals.
Oh,
that's pretty funky. And it's like a kangaroo warning sign. We just thought it'd be nice because it's an Aussie safety symbol.
So the names that are going to be recognizable to people around the world are things that taken from Australian popular culture, movies, animals.
Yeah.
It's going to be between, hello, I'm Bruce. I'm imagining that we have a lot of hands for Wombot.
Basically now, after the robot's built, everybody's kind of like focusing on all the extra upgrades, stuff specific to the game, like kicking the ball, handling the ball, controlling the ball.
We have a driving robot. Now it's just a matter of getting the kicker mounted, possibly ball control, and the shell and the bumpers.
This is the most critical time of the season because every day counts, and having this all come together as one integrated robot is what we're trying to accomplish. And we have to be a well-oiled machine for that to happen.
We're halfway through the actual 40-day development program. Now, we've achieved what we said we were going to achieve up to this point. Now we're going to go into the next phase, the next 20 days, in more detail, and actually assign the robot to the different teams.
I'm basically in charge of auto aim and image detection with the camera that we have on the robot. So I write the software to get the robot to track the targets, which will be over the goals. When I was coming up with the idea, it was oh, awesome, a robot that sees and tracks targets.
So what does automatic aiming mean? Let's go into this a little bit deeper. What does it mean to have automatic aiming? How are we going to do that?
You need a camera and a button, and you press the button.
Auto aiming.
Now that I'm actually doing it, it's like, I guess, you know, after you hit a few roadblocks, it doesn't seem like such a good idea. I'm still just working on getting the camera set up, you know, and streaming to the classmate. I have an idea of what I'm going to do with auto aim. I'm just not implementing it yet until we know that the camera works. But when it works, I swear it will be awesome.
The kicker is, well, pretty much our main scoring mechanism. Without the kicker, we can't really score unless we just move around until the finale. Starting position here, okay?
When this spins forward, it pushes it forward, and then it starts winding, so it pulls it back. And then when it gets to a certain point, this releases, pulling it off there.
Most of them are taking it very seriously. We've had a core group of kids that have been in here for about 12 hours a day. I was getting emails from some of them at 2 o'clock in the morning, and they were showing signs of burning out fairly quickly.
There's 56 of us on the team, I think, with about 20 coming every single day. They're crazy. Then again, so am I.
He doesn't sleep. I don't sleep. Yeah, basically I come in every day after school and work till 9. Wake up, school, robots, 5 minutes sleep.
Well, the kicker in plan A had a lever which was attached to a piston, which had also a release mechanism, which was very difficult to make. The most technical part of the robot has had about 2 people working on it full time. That wasn't supposed to happen. Right now, if we don't get more people helping out, we really won't be able to do it.
We realised, I think, early on that 40 days to build one of these robots was a very short timescale. I mean, we know from our own experience in projects that things do take time to develop and gel and get everything together. But I guess that 40 days went very, very quickly.
Working on the camera, that was like meant to be my little job.
That's pretty weird. It doesn't like us.
The camera doesn't want to work. So I don't even think we're gonna even be able to get a camera on the robot by the end. My role's kind of changed. I'm not really working in the computer room. I'm busy making bumpers.
It's hard because we always make mistakes and like we have to do it cut again and stuff. Yeah.
It's in line with it.
No, it isn't. It's out by
Look.
5 millimeters.
Look.
And then over here, you guys have a full.
But we could do it.
Yeah. We know the back is a problem. I'm just wondering if the sides are a problem.
The sides are a problem.
If the sides are a problem, then we need to move this out.
Mhm.
And then we need to make this longer, and that's annoying.
So also,
You gotta go back and check the rules.
For mounting?
yeah, for mounting purposes.
You guys have some problems to sort out today. This is not right. which is fine. We knew this was a prototype, and now that it's on there, we know that it's wrong.
The robot drives, the robot, yeah, drives. That's about it. Well, I'd say 50% of what I expected happens with the robot.
So, sort of what's left to do? Do you guys have any questions, anything you want to talk about? Man, you guys look beat. If you're not aware of where they are mentally, they are bogged down. It's taking its toll on their mental state in terms of their confidence and in terms of their enthusiasm and in terms of their excitement. They're still within the reach of their goal, but they don't feel that. They don't have ownership of that. They feel like it's slipped away from them. And what we need to do is we need to make sure that they get it again and make sure that we help them just work the issues and not have them focus on the enormity of what they're trying to do. I know everybody's tired just looking at the faces around here. You guys could all use an 8th day just to sleep this week. But believe me when I tell you that you guys have accomplished so much, but let's put in a good 10 days of effort between now and ship date, and we can have a good kicker. We can have a really solid robot that's gonna take a whole lot of pounding and keep coming out, and we'll have something that we could really be proud of.
Just to make sure that this will fit in, like so you can actually attach it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yay. I have a feeling I'm just going to spend the rest of the day admiring this and not making another one.
Oi, that's on mad skills.
So while the actual kicker, the Class A kicker, is being worked on right now, the backup plan, or the world's simplest kicker, is also being worked on.
Are you on the ball? That's not funny. Plan B, we have a foot mounted to a gearbox on a sim motor. Make sure you drill the holes correctly. No, don't do that, don't do that. No, don't do that. What's wrong now?
Why aren't you using our square?
Don't need the square. Oh no, you didn't.
No, the kicker is sort of a semi-failure this year, if you will, because the kicker isn't what they want, and it's going to set them up next year to take much more seriously having the right size sub-teams, doing all the work up front, CADing things instead of prototyping things. A lot of very fundamental engineering things that we really couldn't have taught them otherwise.
America's trip's coming soon. I think everyone's getting a little bit anxious about it, that we're not going to finish on time.
How much time do you guys think before you're done tonight?
Oh! About 17 days.
My brain has switched to binary. It's on, off. School, robotics, sleep, play games.
Software is pretty interesting. The things we need for Boston are definitely a driving robot, which is pretty much done, but we need to fine tune it a little bit more. We're trying to fix the alpha beta filter to make it a bit smoother because when we went forward a little bit, it kind of was quite sensitive.
We had dropped the camera last week. We said it's not going to work and we don't really need it, so we'll just forget about it.
In the last zone, if you're standing right at the driver station, you can't see anything. So you need to use the camera.
And after trying all night last night and 2 hours of researching this, we finally got it working tonight with one line of code. And we all cried a little.
There you go, you just had it.
Accelerate slower.
Come towards me.
That's backwards.
Bumpers work. I drove the robot for the first time and wow, so much fun. It's like having a video game in real life.
This is the real deal. This is a real thing. I mean, now instead of interacting with some computer-generated image, you're right there, and they're moving basically 50 kilos of metal around at 30 kilometers an hour, or up to 30 kilometers an hour. So we need to make sure they know what they're doing. So the kids right now are taking a driver's test. It's a 3-page written test. And what we want to do is make sure that the people driving have a good working knowledge of what they need to do on the field, the rules, and how to stay safe. One person will be on the joysticks, moving the robot. The other person will be manipulating the kicker. And then we'll have a human player to retrieve the balls from the goal, put them in the trident, and get them back up into the field of play as quickly and efficiently as possible. The primary drive team for Team 3132 at GSR this year is going to be Sammy, James, and Cheryl.
There you go, look. Woo!
just a really exciting time because things are really coming together, and I think people are starting to feel a little bit more energy and a little bit more excitement that they haven't had in the last week. That's a nasty, mean sound. That sounds like a Wombot to me.
Can we kick?
And when they came in and they could see the robot with everything on it, the realization hit them that they had built this robot in 6 weeks. And it was just like a magical moment for them.
It's still very sensitive, but I think the key is just to have lots of practice, which is what we're doing now.
There you go. Keep going. We're all done. A build season, very successful, very rewarding, and I'm just thrilled with what the kids have accomplished.
We're going to America, 20th of February we fly, and go to Boston. Boston, America. How cool is that?
We get to go to the U.S.A. and play with the robot, see if we made something that works.
Hopefully we'll do more than just stand there.
Hopefully we won't embarrass ourselves. Yeah, that's what we're going for.
Out of the design process, we had a lot of ideas, and we came out with this super cool robot that was going to kick and turn and do all sorts of things. We've got close, but things are scaled down a little. The kicker pushes instead of kicks, but that's okay.
I can't wait till I get to go to Boston. First time I've ever been out of Australia.
Let's pretend that this is real. Let's say this free.
Farthest I've gone in my whole life is Victoria.
It makes me doubt my sanity.
I personally love the snow. Love it to bits. I'm going to jump and hug the ground.
I can't wait to show off our new team to all the Americans. And then Team Phoenix, getting to hang out with them will be a lot of fun. We're going to build our war wagon together.
So Team Phoenix is the team that I mentored last year. They're going to be providing housing for us. They're going to be providing us with batteries and battery chargers, things that really don't translate well across country lines. So they're taking really good care of us.
It's sort of like a circus, a big production, rock concert. You'll see it tomorrow.
When I see the word or hear the word Australia, I think of Steve Irwin. That's my idol.
I think of Sydney Opera House.
Kangaroos and koalas. I think of little furry things.
I think of the Outback Steakhouse.
Oh, and Finding Nemo was...
Oh yeah, Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Oi, oi, oi!
So we had the whole day to practice, fix bugs, practice.
3, 2, 1.
The practice matches were spent standing still. The robot did not move during the practice matches. I found that to be disappointing. I honestly think ours is the worst robot there.
So nothing wrong with the robot, it's a little peculiarity of the field. Right at the bump is a slightly raised section, and with our wheels being the way they are, our drive wheels are actually lifted off the ground. If the back wheels are on that, and the front wheels are on the front part. so we had absolutely no traction on the ground. So we got our alliance team to bump us enough to get the wheels on the ground so we could drive off and move.
Now the great thing about today is just a practice day, and there's lots of teams in the same situation. The robot's not quite working, they want to beef something up, add an enhancement, make something better.
So what's happening is the wheels are still off balance and we can't actually move forward.
So we might actually have to take 2 of the wheels and go back to our originally faulty but 4-wheel design, which may cause the other 2 wheels to sink down a little bit because there's more weight on them, and that should give us enough traction.
Who is working on the wheel?
Who's taking these 2 off?
I will.
Yeah, I'll help.
Which?
This wheel.
That wheel.
Thunder from down under West Australia. Are you excited for Granite States 2010 First Championship Breakaway?
From Australia. That's right. Are you the only team from Australia?
Yes, first in Australia.
Well, congratulations.
And the last team from farthest away, team number 3132. Down under, Greater Sydney High School, Catherine University. Time is on the board. And 3, 2, 1. Good.
Go grab the one we can see. What? Go grab the one we can see.
If you get close enough to the driver's station, your whole point of perspective completely changes. You can only see certain aspects of the field, and you don't really know what's going on.
Get the other one.
I noticed a lot of the teams had trouble seeing their robot and had to communicate with other teams and ask them, you know, which way am I facing, or is there a ball in front of me?
Alright, come on. Grab it.
Ball controls on.
What? You got it?
Ball controls on.
Yes, we got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you guys were happy about? It drove, okay. That's good.
And we didn't get straws.
All right, it was a great first match. Do the gears need any more Vegemite? Okay.
And 3, 2, 1.
Go for the other one then.
You got it.
Get the one in the tunnel.
There we go. Push it through. Okay, go back. Go back. Excellent.
We just looked at the pole positions and we're in 6th place total.
In addition.
Okay. Okay, don't be shy.
What? Let's stop.
What? No.
What happened?
Sorry guys, stop. It was a good match. We won, but now we have problems.
Okay, first things first.
Okay.
We got bumped hard from the side.
Okay.
We got pushed over.
Yeah.
And the robot stopped.
Okay.
So we're suspecting one of the motors are actually short-circuited, and we're losing battery power through that.
Right now, I don't think things are going that great. What is going great is the other side of things at GSR. We made friends with another team.
Chop.
At GSR, everybody just gives out lots of random stuff.
Oh! One of the teams gave me this thing. It's actually, it lights up and stuff. See? Pretty cool.
You see people walking around with like badges all over their arms from different teams. Yeah, since we're awesome, we gave out koala bears instead.
It is the coolest thing that we have a team this year from Australia. I've been involved with FIRST, like I said, for a decade. We have never had a team come from that far away. Australia, you rock.
Tell us about the look and feel of your team.
This is our shirt, and it's designed so you can actually tell that we're Australian.
We saw there where I was driving for the first time. That was a big deal for us. Our goal was to have a driving robot by Australia. Cool.
Yeah.
That's great. You're reaching out in our community as well. So they went out to the sugar farm.
The judging teams are broken up into pairs. So we have our hit list of teams we have to go around, we have to talk to, and then we go back and have our deliberations and try to come to a consensus agreement on which team gets which award.
But is the outplane any indication of how your robot's going to drive?
Yeah, actually, it kind of is, because we're a rookie team.
Go!
Kick. Get in his way.
Well, second last match of the day, we go out, we get our ass liberally handed to us on a silver platter.
Oh! Okay, get out of there.
Oh, come on. That's not nice. It's being slow and unresponsive. You push it.
We may have lost
I can't get up there.
Back up.
Oh, and we've got a belt on the floor.
Yeah, for major crisis number 22.
We're up to about 70.
Alright, for the mechanical, I'm not talking about the other ones.
It was kind of a painful time because we had a 10-minute pit stop. And we had to change the bumper colors in that time too. And the kicker went out, the wheel blew, and we had 10 minutes to fix all of it and put our bumpers on. Oh, and by the way, 2 teams were coming by at the same time to talk to us about how our robot did. Not fun.
Guys, you gotta get out there now. You're next. Robot Kelly through.
We lost traction.
We're stuck.
Trying, guys.
We're stuck on the ramp.
That's it for today.
The big shock of the day, I guess, for everyone is our team is currently in 11th place. At one point, we were as high as 6th. You know, personally, if we weren't in, the last 3 teams, I was going to be happy.
How's your experience been so far here in New Hampshire? Have you enjoyed it?
It's been very cold. Very cold.
We have a little something for you from Australia.
A boomerang.
Yeah.
So you have a lifting surface. If it's asymmetric, it's going to go into a turn.
Well, listen, here's our order for this morning. We're going to do our qualification matches. When the qualification matches are completed, all the scores are tallied up, then we're going to do our alliance selections. And this afternoon, we're going to come back and we're going to begin our elimination matches.
So the first match, things go horribly wrong.
Tell me what to do.
Spinning, still spinning. I can't. Wait. No, it's spinning now.
Disable.
Alright. Now that was weird.
So our robot's dying slowly and steadily.
Gotta pressurize.
Is it cramming itself? It was hovering in between 10 and 12 the whole time.
It died. It won't move.
We just looked at the kicker motor and it's hot. Like, not hot, but warm. And motors don't usually warm up unless they're under a lot of stress. So we think some sort of metal filing or something like that might have gotten into the Victor that was controlling it. We just vacuumed it out. So we'll see if that fixes it. We have practice in a couple of minutes. And if that doesn't, I really have no idea. We'll have to look into it again.
Spin around. like this way. Okay. Kick. Okay. Ball.
Talk to each other, communication, whatever you're thinking, say aloud.
If the robot doesn't work, what am I supposed to talk about?
At the moment, like you drive forward, you're telling Cheryl, I'm driving forward now, do whatever you need to do with the ball control. You're turning, tell her you're turning. If you're trying to aim up, I'm trying to aim up, get ready to shoot.
Talk. Yeah, no, in the one game where we were driving the whole time, I think that was a decent.
We did well.
We communicated in that, but we honestly never have a chance to.
It just goes.
Got to get both down the road.
I'm dead.
You don't have any.
Whoa. Go.
Nice.
Oh, we're winning.
30 seconds left. Getting from the goal. Gotta get some balls up to us, guys. Get back.
I think it's both balls.
That was intense.
31 down to 28th at one point. We're now back up to 21st. So being as high as we are is really amazing. We're probably going to end up in the top half of the teams, which is just beyond our wildest expectations.
The more I travel around the world, the more I see policy, government, business, everything's in disarray. Nobody trusts anybody with anything. And then you come to FIRST events, and it's like you're in a parallel universe. A cooperation where we compete very intensely, because that raises the bar and the quality for everybody. But we know that we have to solve the world's problems together. Everybody respects everybody. Everybody's working hard to help everybody else. At the same time, they're competing and achieving things that most of the rest of the world can't even understand. And it's like magic. So for everybody that's participated, for everybody that's allowed it to happen, I thank you. Good luck.
With 3 rookie teams competing here today, the judges had a very difficult time choosing just one rookie all-star team. Today we recognize an outstanding new member of FIRST. Being the new kid on the block isn't easy, but this winning team looks like they've been a member of the FIRST community for many, many seasons. They may be new, but they get it. Our Rookie All-Star Award is presented to a team that, let's see if you can connect it, whether their bearings were in peril or metric. Their plywood was banned from transit. They came from afar. They're our Rookie All-Star. Oh, I think you know. How about a big
basically the Rookie All-Star Award says that FIRST, you need to be put on notice because these are the up-and-comers. These are the kids, these are the mentors, this is the team that has the whole package in the first year. And watch out because they're coming and they're going to knock your socks off in the years to come.
The safety team demonstrates excellence in safety performance that shines in the heat of competition. Congratulations again to team number 3132. Please join me in congratulating two of FIRST's exemplary student leaders who are now the Dean's List finalists. A round of applause for Sarah Heimlich, team 3132.
This year's Volunteer of the Year Award is being given to two individuals who have spread FIRST far beyond our state lines.
So it is with great honor and pleasure that we present this year's Volunteer of the Year Award to Luann and Mike Heimlich.
I don't remember much about the announcement that they made about it. I don't remember much about walking down for the award, but I do remember after receiving it pointing to the team. Despite the fact that FIRST felt the need to recognize individuals, it was really an award for Australia. Because like I said before, without the help of all the people around us, without Australia responding to the message of FIRST, without the kids taking ownership of what they were doing, there would have been no volunteer award. All we did was bring FIRST here, and the team embraced it. So it was really an award for them, not for us.
Show me a sport that's open to all kids, all sexes, all height, all weight, physical disabilities. To me, the long-term goal of FIRST is convincing all kids everywhere that developing the muscle hanging between their ears is the best sport on the planet. It's the most important thing they should do. And we're going to prove that it's fun, it's rewarding, and it's accessible to anybody willing to work hard.
Somewhere out there is somebody who's going to end up finding the cure for cancer or finding, some sort of a new energy source or something. Just by inspiring some of these students, the outcome in another couple of years is going to be phenomenal.
The way people who've been connected with the team look at science and technology now, we've really fulfilled our mission already.
I've wanted to be a doctor for as long as I can remember, but now I'm just kind of going along the lines of maybe I should go into engineering. I don't know, maybe. I still have to think about that, but this program has started to open up my mind to other possibilities apart from medicine, so it's all good.
We had one student come back from New Hampshire, and the very next day that they could get back to school, they went and changed their entire program of study. I mean, that says everything. I don't need to do any more. That type of impact is exactly what we want to have on personal lives.
I'm gonna keep doing this, no question about that, at all. I'm gonna keep doing FIRST until I'm 18. I'm gonna take my 4 years in uni, then I'm gonna become a mentor. That's it.